Hello everybody, Equestria Girls here, also in Skeleton Creations, and today we're back in Half-Life 2/Gary's mod. And today, we're looking at mostly the remainder of my Equestria Girls maps. And today we start in the Equestria Girls Mall Cinema. Now this is a little, you know how some movie theaters, you know how some shopping malls have movie theaters built into them? Well, this is one of those. In the Equestria Girls shorts, it was mainly movie magic, but also... no, not movie magic. I think it was briefly featured in dance magic, but more centrally featured in mirror magic. This is the mall cinema of the Canterlot Mall. I forget if it had a name. I recreated the mall cinema. It's not that big of an area, really. Probably won't be here for that long. I still remade it though. It's a nice little concise area. Also, I'll start off by saying, a little plug right here, this map was used in the intro for the community SFM animation Doors 3, which is a ponified parody of the original Doors series, which had stick figures. Yeah, this map was used in quite a popular SFM animation that was also blocked in my country for a while because of copyright music. It's a nice feature though. I didn't really get mentioned anywhere in the video or in the credits, but hey, I still appreciate being featured, even if I wasn't mentioned by name. Let's start talking about the map itself. So as I said, it's a nice little concise map. I did kind of cheat a little bit. Normally with these maps I try to keep everything within the Equestria Girls style, but here I kind of cheated a little bit. Like, these light bulbs are right here are like Counter-Strike models, so don't mind the broken texture. It came like that. So there's a lot of effort for like actual texture, like this film stripper up here, I made that in Inkscape to make it nice and symmetrical. This horseshoe texture thing, I made that one in Paint.net, that texture up there. And the film reels and the popcorn bucket, I think those might have been Paint.net. They're a bit too sloppy for Inkscape. It might still have been Inkscape, I don't remember, it's been a while. Used the exit doors with their nice generic glass. Here's your ticket booth, where you get tickets on the other side. Over here's the arcade. This would be the claw machine, where Pinky lost Gummy, the plush toy. There's not really anything going on there though. It's like a pinball machine. Also, I use this lever from Half-Life 2 Episode 2. You see it on the crane machine, like the forklift, I think. Locked doors, but there's no achievement this time. And an ATM, where if you interact with it, you get money, get a oneer. Nice. But also though, if you assault it, you get a oneer and a 5,000er. Yeah, real nice economy there. Anyways though, got this nice little floor carpet texture. I remember it was a real endeavor to make sure this stayed symmetrical and stayed the right shape. It was quite an endeavor at the time. I got some trash bins with physics lids. Isn't that nice? And also, if you toss anything into the bins... oh, that fell behind the bin. You put anything in the bins, they probably get trashed. They get deleted once they hit the bottom of the trash bin. Which also, in Gmod, that might be a little bit glitchy, or a little bit finicky. Rather, if you drag something big next to the trash bin, it might partially clip through the bin and get deleted. So, be careful about that. Physics though. Here's this door, which in the doors animation, whoever animated the intro segment ended up using this door as the bathroom door Twilight was looking for. Which, funnily enough, in the development of this map, this was going to be a bathroom door, but I didn't build one in the end because, well, I didn't have anything to reference. So trying to imagine something that doesn't exist for this part would have been very difficult. So I left it out. But it's still kind of funny that they ended up using this doorway for Twilight's quote-unquote bathroom door. It's fitting, really. I wonder if the person who made the intro segment found it out, or just a coincidence. Anyways, though, these Daring Do posters. I just ripped these from screen caps. I won't say that Juniper's rage was completely unfounded, because the main 6 just got to be you main 7 got to be the extras in the movie, just for helping the helping the recording of the movie not be sabotaged. They got to be extras, but also Dash directly helps Daring Do, or rather Chestnut Magnifico here. Dash directly helps her, and then they're all in the corner of the poster, looking like the important characters. It's like I wouldn't blame Juniper for feeling mad about that, because like that's a bit much to put them on the movie poster like they're important, which you can't really decipher at all from this texture. Like, yeah, it's like do. Seriously, that's what it looks like. It says do, like Farkit from Do. That's what I read there. Anyways, it's a poster. Here we got the concessions counter. Nice door. That is popcorn from the Food and Household ad. Now this popcorn is from the throwable popcorn swept for Gmod. I don't remember who made it, but I credit him in the description for this map. This has a weird collision model. It's not correctly oriented. I'm not entirely sure what that's about. He's made a goof. Even though I used a model for this. I think this is the popcorn maker. It's a soda machine, which is all made of brushes because I hadn't started modeling yet. It's paper cups, bread box. If you take out all the bread and then close the door, you get more bread. Isn't that nice? This concession stand is mostly just a stock it yourself sort of deal. So you can pull out the trays and stock them yourself. It's a DIY deal, and they did do that in the SFN animation, so that's nice. Sorts of things here. It's right here. These are hot dogs from the Food and Household items add-on. It's kind of weird that the hot dog model always has a bite taken out of it, but like, oh, whatever. Got hot dogs. More popcorn. Oh yeah, also if you interact with the popcorn makers to make more. Anyways, these dials right here, these little dials are like locks for these. So yeah, because those top buttons, you do that. Shelf clip enabled. That enables the clip on the shelves, so anything you put in here doesn't fall off when you push it back in because of momentum. There's a third switch. Shelf units locked. That makes it so you can't interact with them accidentally. And this one, that you open the top lid. You should know it's a movie theater thing, and also it happens in the Boulder Media short, the Canterlot Movie Club. You know, it's the CMC's Equestria Girls short. It takes place in this mall cinema. I think at one point Scootaloo reaches in here directly and grabs the popcorn to eat. It was either Scootaloo or Sweetie Belle. I don't remember which. Anyways, though. There's also these registers here, which have a little bit of a special feature. As you can see, the drawers, have actual 3D space to them. They're like a flat texture or anything. Now, if you take some money and very carefully insert it into the drawers, make sure it lays flat in the drawer. Like just like that, and then you close it. The register eats it. Isn't that fancy? You can do that as much as you want. It doesn't really do anything, it's kind of a small detail thing, but I like it. Now, of course, it is quite finicky and not that easy to put it in neatly, but well, I wanted to keep the feature in because I thought it was neat. Chomp. Nice little touch. Have to keep it in. These very nice prop curtains. I don't know how to make real curtains. So that's the main floor space of the theater. Now, what about the actual auditoriums? Because in the actual Equestria Girls media, we never saw what the auditoriums actually look like. So then, what did I do? Well, basically, it's the Ponyville Cinema Auditorium from the Bab Seed song. This is not the right one. I could check on the other one first. Hold on, let me go to the other one. It's the auditorium from the Bab Seed song. In a regular show, it's a little bit of Pony Equestria in this Equestria Girls map. There's a cinema you see during the Babs Seats song. You will see from this perspective. Seems here bopping through the seats as they're trying to avoid Babs, and suddenly, as you look at the screen, a giant Babs comes through. Y'all remember that? It's a classic moment. Also, yeah, the frame of the theater screen is a giant door frame. I stretched the texture out. Don't mind that. Anyways, yeah. So there's this auditorium, and there's a mirrored one across the way, which is the same, but it's all red instead of blue. And also, you got a light switch, which also turns on the projector light. Nice for ambient. And also, this map has a little bit of optimization for the media player add-on, where if you spawn the largest screen, first you interact with the window right here, the bottom edge. You get this placer guide right here. You can place the largest media player's add-on screen here and align it neatly. And here with the Sit Anywhere add-on, you can just sit here and peacefully watch your YouTube videos in Gmod with your friends in a nice setting, just like that. It's the same in the Hour Theater. Nice little thing. A little bit of customization. And also with these doors, these little touch when you get close to them, they open slightly. It is based after the cinema add-on, the cinema game mode add-on for Gmod, where you like there's that one main cinema map where you interact with the doors and they play a little opening animation before you fade out and fade in. You're teleported into the theater room. I based this after that. It's a nice little touch. I like it. Also, just a little detail. See, there's two doors, but there's two doors on the inside. There's only one door on the outside. So how does that work? You walk out the left door. You spawn on the left side of the doorway. If you walk out the right door, you spawn on the right side. You also slide that way though, because it's your momentum from your walking before. It's your walking momentum being preserved. It's your walking to teleport, because it's technically facing a different direction. Anyways, yeah, this theater is the same, like I said. Just it's red now. Like, I have not been in a movie theater very much in my life. I've watched some movies in theaters, like, not a whole lot. I think I said before, most of my movie watching experience is from CinemaSins, but I have watched some movies in theaters, proper. It's just been a very long time since then. Anyways, that's it for that map, so let's go on to the next one. Now this is also a bit of a special map right here. This right here is Sunset Shimmer's apartment, which is seen in some of the Equestria Girls media. It was seen in the, let's see, it was in the Monday Blues song short. It was briefly featured in Forgotten Friendship. I think it was also in the short Costume Conundrum. This is Sunset Shimmer's apartment that she lives in the human world, which according to show staff Katrina Hadley, it's a room and board situation. How she able to afford this place. It's like Sunset, her job is working at a sushi place, and she also develops apps on the side. It's the Lord Sunset. Apparently, with all that, she can afford a room and board apartment. And Sunset is my favorite character, so I decided to make this map. And this is actually the first map where I start actively giving all you guys active progress updates on the project instead of just being quiet about it until it was finished. I kind of, the reason why I did it before is I kind of like having it as a secret, so when you see the finished product, you're like, oh, that's cool, I didn't know you were doing that. Like, it kind of becomes stale after a while. It's like, I promise something, but you don't see anything, like, are you really doing anything, or are you just saying things? It's like, so I decided to start doing public updates on my projects. Anyway, so I made this, but I also had the help of Ultiman and also Dracagon again. And this map was quite an endeavor. Also, there was a large gap near the beginning of development because of the life problems. And while I won't say those life problems have been fully solved since then, they're not as bad. Anyways, you don't want to hear me talk about sad stuff, so let's talk about the map. So, Sunset's apartment, as I said, I did my best to make it as screen accurate as possible. However, this little shelf zone right here is a problem area, as trying to make the two sides of the apartment be consistent wasn't really working. So the shelf right here is filler. I'll get back to that. So let's tour around the room, look at things clockwise. So here's the big window, of course, the big old blinds. I don't know how Sunset herself draws with furls of blinds, but in this map, you drag with the bottom windowsill, you can toggle them there. Nice. I made that model myself. And Drac made its cactus model. Potted cactus. Drac made pretty much most of the potted plants in the map. Use a little cabinet here at the door with the mirror. Also, I can make the mirror real, but since I'm in Half-Life 2, I don't have a reflection. You know the deal. Anyways, here's a little computer area. This is our mini fridge where she keeps her food, her microwave, a jar of gumballs for some reason. I presume a bag of chips. Your computer desk, which is a big L desk. Book, corkboard, container or something. In her computer. Santa's computer is real interesting. She has a 2-monitor computer, but they're both on the same stand. Like you pay attention in the shorts. It's real interesting. Let's go to our keyboard here. Now, if you go over here, there are 2 more keyboards right here, because I couldn't decide what I should do with Santa's keyboard. Santa's keyboard is basically partially modeled after my own keyboard, and I have a few variants here because I couldn't decide which one looked best. I think these ones are the main. I think this one's the most accurate right here. It looks like my own keyboard. Got the mouse here, you can't interact with it. Computers here, you can interact with the speaker, you can turn off the screens. And in Gmod, if you have this submaterial tool, you can replace the textures of the screens individually. You want to edit in memes or something. It's a lava lamp. Ultiman made that. He even animated it, which is nice. It's not physics though. Here's Sunset's journal, the first one she had for contacting Celestia, but ended up contacting Twilight instead. It's her first journal. First saw it in Rainbow Rocks, I believe, yeah. And here's Sunset's pet leopard gecko, Ray. You know, the pet that got completely forgotten by show canon because Boulder Media didn't give the main Equestria Girls animators his animation assets. So rip Ray. We get an F in the comments for him. He never appeared again because Boulder Media never gave the main studio his animation assets. Never be forgotten. Also, Ultimate made this tank in the rock, which is nice. And if you don't want Ray to be in the scene, you can just press E here to hide him. Simple enough. Anyways, here's this little trash bin. It's got a basketball hoop, which is gnarly. Never was good at basketball. Then here's her couch with the speakers. This is where she does her all gaming. And here's her second journal, which she got in Mirror Magic. Nice little touch. I keep thinking it looks like a mix of Santa's Cutie Mark and Starlight's, but it's not. It's the purple part is Twilight's Cutie Mark. Starlight's looks a little bit different because they're both purple. I think it looks like that. Anyways, that's our Santa's second journal. Here's our TV. Turn on. Turn it on. And it's a squirrel game. Look at that. Still losing the flashlight probably. Get our TV remote here. Our plant from Drac. This shelf right here. Little stuff on it. This model right here. I think Tonkano started the model, but then Ultiman finished it. Bit of a joint effort, that one. Here's this framed portrait right here of Luna. This is one of those edges of screen things where I just extrapolate what was inside of it. Because you see it barely in one short costume conundrum. Here's some of this amp. And if you're in Gmod, you can use body groups to toggle all the buttons, which is nice. Potted plant behind the couch. This poster of some rock star lady, which is also on the inside of Santa's locker, as seen in the holidays on rap shorts. Interesting. Little kitty cat poster with one ear folded. It's got a bow tie. Bow ties are cool. Another plant. A bowl with a spoon in it. It's a rather sloppy place to leave at sunset. Also a plant, guitar, and a light switch, which you can use. It's a small map, so I spared no expenses. So I can go upstairs, hear all the guitars she has in her wall. It's real fun modeling these. If I enabled the motion, I could pick them up, but I'm not going to. Here's her bed up in the loft. Get her little alarm clock. Seems like it's seen some damage. Cracks and duct tape. A little calendar. Right here, Drac made the bed, which is quite nice. See, right now the sheets are neat, but if you interact with his box, sheets become messy. This bed was quite an endeavor to get made. Because it's one of those organic shapes. And it's also cloth. If you know anything about game development, cloth is always a tricky thing. But yeah, that was always the thing. That was tricky. I sure am being redundant today. Anyways, over here to the bathroom. Sunset's bathroom. You see it in like one shot. You only see like this part of it. So I had to extrapolate on the rest of it. Though here's a bathroom. Got all the bathroom stuff. One of these models crashed the game when the map was in development. I remember which one. It gave me some trouble though. I do like what I did with the paper towel though. It just folds down on the shelf. Nice. I can turn on Fulbright. No, it doesn't really convey it well. Could open the medicine cabinet. There's nothing in there. So you can turn on the light in here. Make it a little brighter. Also, you can turn our faucets. And if you have episode 2 mounted, you can barely see the water particles. There's not a whole big selection of water particles in Source. Kinda sad. Here's our toothbrush. Here's your toothpaste. Here's a towel rack, which you can interact with top of the towel, because it's all on a pipe sticking out of the wall, which is a bit janky. It's a toilet. No flushing. Close the window, there's nothing there. Your shower. Get inside. Boop. Ah, some nice bloody water. Refreshing. Get a nice shower in. Okay. Also, you can close the curtain. Yeah, it's not animated, sue me. Anyways, let's address this then. Basically, I couldn't keep all the space consistent trying to build the whole apartment room, so this became a whole negative zone. I had to film with something. So I put in a memory shelf, a bunch of screenshots from the show, which could be construed as like pictures that Sunset has. Picture of Sunset hanging out with all her friends. Very nice. That was like their buried face. All these memories Sunset has. Making new friends, hanging out with them. Sunset is friend with the CMCs. Some of these photos, some of these are from the credit sequences. In the various medias. It's a nice thing. Here's a school photo. It was a great photo. Bon sneezing. All these memories. Sorry, there's noise in the background. Also got the yearbooks right here. This is the yearbook that Twilight looks at in the first movie. And so here is the yearbook that Sunset gets at the end of Forgotten Friendship. Also, there are a bunch of Easter eggs in this map. Some of them are hidden, some of them are not. Some games down here. Yep. Sorry, finger slipped. Got a game right here. Stop slipping, finger. A game right here. Game right there. And a game right there. That's one set of Easter eggs, but can you find the rest? Anyways, though, let's go out here next. Here's a little transitional foyer. Because Sunset's apartment is also bigger on the inside and non-Euclidean. Because that door is supposed to theoretically link here. Like, there's no way that would work, though. I analyzed it. Anyways, right here, green screen room for meme purposes. It's a nice framed art. This is called the Thunderstruck Pond on a Mountain Night. Anyways, you go out the front door. You may notice that something's kind of wrong here. Basically, this map has two versions within itself. There's the inside version and the outside version. And I'm not going to go over all the details. Basically, this version is mostly for inside scenes, as you can see here. And if you go through this door, here's the outside version. Here's all the set dressings and everything. Yeah, I put all the care into this map, make sure it's nice and detailed. I did my best. And the green screen room is still here. You can kind of see the edges of it because I have HDR turned off. You try to open the door from here though. It doesn't open. You go back through the right way. And we come back to the apartment. Now there's a whole lot of customization features in this map, and not all of them could be included in the main floor space. So if you just come back here, toggle this, and hit this brick, you get a secret room. Here we are in the customization office. You can customize extra things in the map. This right here adjusts the clock that's above her door. Let's see. Boop. Boop. So just change the time right there. As you can see, maybe. Here's reflected in that clock over there. Also, it's got this post-it note right here. This is a reference to Cooking Simulator. I don't think anybody's noticed yet. It's a reference to Cooking Simulator. There's more controls. There's a green screen that's outside the apartment. You can toggle. You can toggle the window pane. And this toggles the dynamic environments, because you saw something's changing as it was flying around. Anyways, yeah, it's a nice little customization room. Also got the frosted glass here for the shower. Here's a frosted glass like in Portal 2, except the shader is slightly different. Anyways, is that everything in the map? Like I said, there are a fair number of secrets within the map. You can find them, and good on you. I think that might be everything I mainly to talk about. I might just cut off right there then. So, there is one more, I do technically have one more Equestria Girls map that is currently, I could show, but it's still currently in development, so perhaps I'll save that for its own video later on. Nudge nudge, wink wink. Anyways, I guess that's it then. Until whatever I show next, my name is Equestria Girls, also known as Creations, and we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.